6, 5, 4, 3. Hold. We're going in. I'm going to start. Okay, and you are live.
Holy shit, that was the most professional countdown I have ever gotten.
I know, it was like 5, blank,
In 5,
15
4.
seconds later, yeah.
Ruben, you're firing blanks on us, man. What are you doing?
Oh.
Hey. That was quick.
Ruben's firing blanks again. Oh, boy. You know.
In
You'll never
5,
make any money in
4.
a sperm cell, sperm donation,
You can never make a child through a cup, I just want you to know. You will never have cup children.
Hey, John, nobody is more tired than a man exiting a sperm bank carrying a toaster. That's all I can tell you right now.
I just want to know where the toaster came from.
Well, in the old days, when you put a lot of money into a bank, they would give you a prize. So it's a huge donation. Okay.
I was going to say, that just sounds like something you get at a wedding reception. I can't picture you getting a toaster anywhere else.
No, you used to get gifts like that. Abby's going, oh, my God, why am I here? Yeah.
She already said that when she walked in. For some reason, she put me in a headlock and tried to take my headphones.
Hey, look, you guys have to work that out, on the next page.
I'll figure out what's going on. But anyways, we got Kurt Zimmerman here with us, guys. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. I am doing great tonight.
It's been a while since I've seen you, man. I don't think I've seen you since, Take 5 days.
Yeah, the Take 5 days. And, Umesh, unfortunately, we had a little Take 5, took some time out, and I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah. But I am back. I'm bad. I'm ready to party, and we're going to be partying.
Oh, yeah, baby.
We're going to be partying this Thursday night at our new comedy venue here in the area.
Okay, the Villa Maria, right?
The Villa Maria Restaurant and Pizza over on Quaker Bridge Road, 3800 Quaker Bridge Road, suite number 4. So showtime is 7:30.
Okay.
And we invite all our friends and neighbors to come over. John, I think next month I have a spot for you if you want to come over.
Hey, man, that's fine with me. I wanted to talk to you about it more in person, but I know you had a work-related emergency last week. So.
I have, that seems to be always what's going on. What happens at the last quarter of the school year. Every day is an emergency with testing and trying to get stuff done for the end of the year. So I got you. I got you. I already got you lined up, man. I got you.
Yeah.
Put me on the show here tonight. That greases the wheels to get you on stage.
Yeah, definitely. Just get him now. Just now, get him McFlurgan and everything's good.
McFlurgan. Yeah, it's what is it, like a Swedish Happy Meal?
I guess something like that. McFlurgan and the cheeseburger Schlurgan meal.
Yes, Shamrock Shaken.
Shamrock Schlurgan.
McFlurgan. Doesn't that sound like something that you would get like from a Swedish cat house?
Yeah, it does actually.
I'd like to get a McFlurgan there. Hey.
You get a Swedish Take 5. Get yourself a Shamrock Schlurgan.
Swedish Take 5. What's that?
Sit wherever you want, man.
Sit wherever you want. This is a free country. Why don't you block the camera, Dave?
Oh, you can lay on this table.
Dave and Marty are here.
Shit.
And look, he brings his own Wawa tea, like in a big. No, that's fine. Get yourself settled, man. We'll start talking. I'm doing excellent.
Marty, you look as lovely as ever. How you doing?
Yes.
Dave, you look like shit as usual.
Oh.
You got the porn stash going on over there. It's like hanging down on them and everything.
Well, no, it's the Fu Manchu style that like every flyer player in 1974.
Shit, what was that?
Well, he's trying to figure out what microphones you guys are on. 7 and 8. I'm on.
Don't you have these labeled? I'm pretty sure I've seen labels on them.
He hasn't marked his territory yet.
Oh, okay.
You have 11, David.
I have 11.
Do we even have 11 microphones in here?
I have 5.5. Oh, no.
Hey.
I'll take 11.
Wait, the sound on here sucks. The sound?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, through mine sucks.
Do you want to use mine?
Yeah, it's probably the headphones, to be honest. I was going to say, Danny was having a lot of trouble with her show.
We got the headphones from the old lady who used to live across the hall in the old studio,
Oh, yeah, the one with the dog?
This one sounds fine.
The one that we had to use this shared bathroom. I was always afraid when I went to the bathroom at the old studio, like she was going to come walking in.
Oh, she did that to me once while I was taking a shit. It was really
awesome. That's really...
Wow, your boyfriend's so classy.
I know.
This is before we were dating. It's fine.
Right.
So you were dropping a log.
Yeah, I was dropping a log and she just walked in.
Oh my God! Did she say spray or use a candle or something?
No, she was just like sorry.
Oh my God!
And then just shut the door.
Yeah, I mean, did she applaud or smile or anything?
This is unplugged.
She smiled a little
We're
bit. It was
unplugged?
very weird. It's unplugged?
Hold on a second.
All right, at least we got on air.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
You know, we got through that
That's
part.
right.
So are you done making fun of my mustache now? There's a reason behind this.
Okay, tell me the reason, sure.
What's that?
Well, your wife likes it, but no.
Oh!
No,
The mic's-
you know I had the full beard going, but we
You
had
did.
a country western themed dance at the school I work at.
Right.
I work with people with cerebral palsy.
Okay.
So I went as a steampunk sheriff.
Oh, okay. I did see the pictures on
Yeah,
Facebook.
it was pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
I'm the only one who really dressed up, and everyone came in like Hasty bought the dollar store and bandanas. I went out and got the whole fucking costume. And
Don't you
made
hate that
the
when
hat.
you just go out all the way out and like a schlub like me would show up, you know, with like a bandana on his head going,
no, but it's fine. I mean, we don't make a ton there, so you know, people were in the moment. They were fine. I'm the one who went. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take this and go like way over here with it.
No, that's cool. That's always excellent.
Hey,
So it was good. It was a good time.
everybody else might do it now next time because you did it. So
I doubt it.
Just-
I doubt it. But,
probably not.
Now, what was the theme of the
That'd be
dance
hopeful for
again?
you.
It was country western.
Oh, okay. Country western. Here you
But
go.
and I first heard of the thing. I'm like, oh no, country western. So I looked like this
Right.
when I went, you know,
Right.
with glasses and everything. And
Looked good.
I walked in and people were like, holy shit, like,
Right.
like, you know. But I still had to do my normal job, and I'm in like, you know, the pants with the chaps and
Right.
the vest, the hat, everything, the sheriff's badge. It was cool though.
That's cool.
I wanted to,
I'm gonna get the mustache.
and she's like,
shave it off the next
shave it off the
day.
next day, and she's like, keep the mustache.
No, as he was getting, I was like, that mustache looks amazing right now.
Here you go.
did you just want him to like keep the mustache and like shave the rest of the beard?
So you got this like kind of redheaded Abraham Lincoln thing going. on your
Yeah.
face.
It's good.
Yeah, I know.
Did you glue
He wants
some,
to emancipate all the gingers in the world.
Did you glue some pubes on there, or is that how long ago was that? Since we're making fun of beards,
Yeah.
I don't think Abby likes it too much. Do you like it?
No, she loves the beard actually.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It took you how long?
It took me longer than last time to do it because you remember last year on this time
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It took me longer because I shaved that one off.
How come no mustache?
I don't like the mustache on me
That's no
personally.
way to give
And
it head.
plus the mustache bothers me. It bothers the upper lip. I don't like it getting in food and
See
stuff.
this? Try your headphones again.
Okay.
See this I can do. Like this type of comedy I can do.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can't do. I get on stage for stand up. I give you guys a lot of credit. I'm like, I don't fucking know what to talk about. But
I
in
mean-
groups
But
like
that's why you
this-
write it ahead of time and you
Yeah.
rehearse
Right,
it and stuff
right.
like
Groups like this, I can say whatever. You know,
Right, exactly.
You know, I've entertained the masses in the back of ambulances for years.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
It took me honestly. It took me,
How is the response to those audiences sometimes?
Well, they were old and deaf, and you know,
they were dying of laughter.
shit. This one's dead too. Damn it.
You
Hey, thanks for your applause. You know.
I'm good for the sarcasm. I'm good for
Oh my God.
for that. You know,
dying
for-
of laughter.
like-
Ha ha, beep.
Like, damn, Dave, why'd you say that? Like, what's your face when I say something? She's just like, oh my god.
Oh, why?
What did the ambulance smell like at the end of the day?
And-
Depends.
And then your boss, he had no patience for you.
Oh my! I work for
Oh,
this
God.
Russian Jew.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And he'd be like, David.
David, what are you doing? Why are you talking about sex while patient in ambulance? They can hear me?
Did you ever get like a complaint from like a
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yes. We were talking about
David, why are you doing this to these
No,
people?
no,
These
what,
people.
what you got in trouble for the most was describing what a chicken sandwich was.
right. You know what a chicken
oh,
sandwich
no.
is?
Let me hear this.
It's when you're fucking on the beach and you dip your dick in the sand and then back in the vagina.
And so,
That's a dick move.
and so then he's telling me about that in front of a patient who then told Alex.
Did you just look at him and you're like, never do
I
that
said,
to me?
David, oh my God, you can't talk about that. There's people in the like.
I'm like,
hear
they
me.
can't hear me.
Oh yes, they
Well,
did.
lo and behold, they could hear me.
Yeah.
David, why are you describing
That gives the drink sex on the beach a new meaning.
And then what,
Yeah,
what did
right.
Alex say?
Bring the beach to here.
David, you can't talk about chickens and sex with patients on board ambulance. David,
But it's
what are you
terrible.
doing?
Sex.
A chicken
Not having
sandwich.
sex with the chickens.
David, the only time you could talk about a chicken sandwich is if you're in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru or KFC.
I don't go to hate food.
Then you could talk
Chick-fil-A.
about
No.
sticking your dick in a Chick-fil-A.
Well,
okay?
did you ever see Colonel Sanders stick his dick at the beach?
No.
You know,
He did it in his chicken.
It's one of those urban dictionaries, that, like, you know, it's like strawberry shortcake or
Right.
the angry penguin or the rodeo.
Oh, God, strawberry shortcake.
The angry penguin?
what's the angry penguin? When Burgess Meredith didn't get laid in 1942?
No, it's when
That's
you.
a good guess.
No,
That's a
it's,
good one.
no, I think it's when you're. Let me think what it is.
Hold on, give him a minute. I want to hear.
What's the? I think it's when you get. You look it up. I think
Hold
it's
on.
when you punch the girl in the face when she's on your knees, but you walk away like you're a penguin. You know, like your pants are down to your ankles.
Wow.
Then there's the rodeo. You know what
Okay.
the rodeo is?
What's the rodeo?
When you're having sex with a girl and she's on top and you call out the wrong name,
Oh,
and then you try to keep her on while she's, you know.
God, I should
All
do
right,
that.
all right. What is it?
Okay, Angry Penguin. When a woman handcuffs a man's hands behind his back and jerks him off until he's about to come, then reaches down and takes his wallet, and he will chase after you like an angry.
Okay, that's another one.
that sounds like something a Russian whore would
That
do.
sounds like a good one.
That's another one. There's, like,
Give me my money back.
there's the Cleveland Steamer. There's the
That's basic.
Talk about that one.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Cleveland Steamer.
there's the Trojan helmet. Where you stand in front of the girl and put your dick over her. This is where this radio show is going, huh, John?
You were coming
John,
on.
you're the
I
host.
didn't
Take
expect
control,
this.
buddy.
It went downhill quickly. Where's Jerry calling in saying, "Shut their mics"?
Cut their mics. It's my show, Jerry.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fuck's
Jerry should
sake.
call, and I haven't talked to you in a while. I know I pissed her off a couple months ago. about
Jerry, yeah,
Tell
come
him
on,
what a
Jerry.
Trojan helmet
Not
is.
showing up. Oh, Trojan helmet. Not showing up to a bunch of like an event she invited me to, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come. And I don't. Didn't go.
Well, you shouldn't have
Yeah.
said you were coming.
I know. I hate
Yeah.
telling Jerry I'm coming because then she, you know, expects it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought Cleveland Steamers were freshwater clams from Lake Erie.
Right. That's our,
Yeah, then he
No,
Googled
it's
that
not.
one too.
it's not. That's not.
Uh,
How Marty put. It's funny because Marty puts up with me because I have the sense of humor of a 15-year-old boy, and so does she. So,
I
but,
did
So does my wife. She has to put up with the humor of a 15-year-old boy.
so it's funny. I was wearing a "You All Need Jesus" shirt. I'm an atheist, which is funny. So,
Okay.
yeah.
so I go into a movie theater, and this woman goes, "It's so nice nowadays that a young man can show his love for Jesus." And I went. She goes,
That's
"Let's
Jesus.
go. Let's
I
go.
said, let's go. I like this movie theater.
Let's go."
You know?
About that, you know. So,
You see, this was actually a joke. I was just kidding.
I was just kidding. I don't
I
know.
know, he wasn't allowed to say that.
This is called sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
She was
sarcasm.
working there. I like the movie theater. They have comfortable chairs.
She's like, "Let's go."
And I'm not going to start with a woman who works at a movie theater where we get banned.
You get banned from the theater.
You get banned. You get banned for being an atheist.
Well, I was the only Jesus at the zombie festival last year.
Nice.
Oh, that's amazing.
I went as Jesus. I really did, and I wore I had the full Jesus suit on. I'll show you for proof. And
Were you able to eat M&Ms on Sunday?
no, because it would fall through my hand.
Oh,
That's a good one.
oh, Christ.
Yeah, I'm quick like that.
And he sets it up and Weisskopf with the spike.
So this is me.
All
I was on Dino. It said, "Zombies Lives Matter," and I was dressed as Jesus. But I got asked to be in two real weddings. Two Puerto Ricans, or like two separate weddings. They were getting married. Jesus, come be on our wedding.
I was
Did you
what
do
they
it?
say, like,
No, but
Yeah.
then they said it's
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
But it was funny. Some guy was, what do you call it, postulizing?
Yeah.
Those,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
those, you know,
Not
proselytizing.
Yes, proselytizing.
Yeah.
They were like holding the signs. Like they were in Asbury Park, which is the gay mecca
They
of
were
New
like
Jersey.
the Westboro Baptist Church people.
So they're holding up signs and they're saying all fags are dying and God hates fags and all this stuff. And here I am dressed as Jesus, and people are talking to me, hey, they're using your name in vain down there. So me being me, I went down the street and, you know, I'm having an argument with them until the cops show up and tell me to, you know, keep moving and stop causing trouble. I go, listen, stop using my dad's name or my name or whoever's name it is in vain, you know, and it was.
I would just walk up and, Dad's pissed at you.
Stop talking shit about my dad.
But they had these humongous crosses there, and I'm there as Jesus arguing with these people about not, you know.
You should say, I'm having PTSD. Knock it the hell off.
right. So they're in front of this gay bar. You're in Asbury Park. And people are coming up to me like, "You can do something about this?" I'm like, "I'm just Dave, dressed as Jesus. I'm not really him."
No, you didn't even say that. You said you were.
I'm like, yeah, I'll do it.
I'm just the Apostle David.
Right.
I'm just dressed to represent.
Yes.
You ever watch Black Jesus?
No.
No,
I
actually.
don't think it's that
I've
funny.
heard-
He thinks it's
I
funny.
think it's hilarious.
Okay.
I
It's
gotta watch
Jesus. It's Jesus in Los Angeles,
Yeah,
Okay.
in the South Side.
and he's like a gangbanger. It's,
Jimmy Walker doing the voice. Dynamite!
it's just so funny. Listen, you guys have to watch the new Twilight Zone. Who does that? Jordan Peele.
Yes, I heard it's really good. There was the
The
comedian
first
episode.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have to watch that. It's about stand-ups.
Okay.
I will.
And Marty always says that when you get something in your life, you say you want the fame, you want this, you want people to laugh at your jokes, there's always something you're giving up. And it goes through this guy's set, and he keeps repeating the same thing. And I don't want to spoil it, but watch it and think of yourselves on the stage and how you would feel about that.
Okay, I'll take a
Okay.
look at it.
It's
Definitely.
really, am I right?
It was really good.
It's really
And
good.
Jordan Peele is so amazing.
Oh, they got,
I
they
still
got his
can't.
great
Did you
movies.
guys see Get Out?
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
I
seen
still.
it.
You've seen it or no?
Yeah, I've seen it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I
My
still-
wife says to me, "Get out" a lot. But
Right. I still can't have. There's a part where she's stirring tea.
I do that all the time.
She does it all the time, and I want to
right.
hide in the corner and suck my thumb and cry because that's how much I'm like. Where's the funny part to this fucking movie?
Does she-
The funny part is the best friend.
Yeah, the best friend
Who
was funny.
says that,
Yeah,
white people want to imprison you and take you as sex slaves.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
cannot watch his other movie. I'll watch
No,
all the
I
Key
can't
and
watch that.
Peele stuff. I'll watch all that. But he,
Right.
as a director, he's really good. I can't watch that. Us, is that the name of the?
Yeah, I heard
No,
that
it
was
looks really
creepy as hell.
scary.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I
It
can't bring my.
looks-
We're not into the horror
He
stuff.
does
the horror
like he does
genre.
like close-ups of people's faces when they're scared.
Yeah.
I
And
wouldn't
it
mind
really
when
freaks
Jordan
me
Peele
out.
does a movie when the Jehovah's Witnesses knock. Would you like a copy of The Watchtower? Ah!
And
He
I don't.
probably would.
And I don't blame him for. He says he'll never cast a white actor, and I don't blame him. I mean, today's society, like if that's his prerogative, he wants to put black as the main character. That's cool. I'll still go, but I can't see that movie because it freaks me out that much.
Does she
Okay.
try to like tap the cup and like take you into the sunken place?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make
I
sure she did
can't.
that.
Like when people stir their, I can't do it. I'm like, stop doing that. 'Cause
Yeah, I was surprised how scared you got.
it's
'Cause I wasn't
really a
I
freak.
wasn't scared.
So
of
that movie freaked you
I
out.
was.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Marty, what movie has freaked you out?
You know what? I got really scared in the movie Aliens. Not
Really?
the first Aliens,
Right.
but the second one.
Well-
And I saw that at the Willingboro Fox Theater back in the day when
Okay.
it came out. And in the middle, it was all my high school friends were all sitting in row together. And the first thing I did was I got out of my seat. I sat on the floor with all the gum and trash. I was like, my God.
That probably freaked her out
So
right there.
my friends were like, "What are you doing? You're sitting on the floor." I'm like, "I'm done with this movie."
If you
Then
sat
there
on the
was a-
floor at the Brunswick Theater, you had something else.
Yeah.
You're stuck to the Brunswick Theater.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty bad. So then,
It's a cum receptacle down there.
Willingboro at the time in the 80s was actually kind of a dangerous place. There was all kinds of racial things and everything.
Yeah, the Willingboro, yeah.
Yeah, so during the movie, there's a part when the people all hanging on the wall and you think they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes and she puts the head up and the eyes open up and then things starts jumping out of the stomach. And I was like, ah! I ran out of the movie
You know what movie
and
got?
outside into the parking lot and realized that I wasn't safe out there.
No. You know what
She
movie?
went somewhere worse.
You know what I
was
can't.
somewhere
wa-
worse.
I
My
can't.
friend's like, this is in outer space. It's not even on.
It's
this
not even
planet."
here. Doesn't
Right.
matter.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going back in there.
I can't watch. We both can't watch. What's with the wire hangers? Oh, Mommy Dearest.
Dearest.
Really?
Fuck that movie. That movie's. I can't watch that by
My
myself.
daughter and I love it. We watch it.
Do
We
you?
watch it, and my wife walks in, and it was the wire hangers.
Oh no, wire hangers.
And she's going, "Why are you watching this trash?" Because it's funny,
It's
we-
actually a good cult classic.
it is. It's good. It's campy.
She's
is a
like,
cult
It's right up there with Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which was starred the real Joan Crawford.
Yeah.
That was good.
Hey, do you guys watch Game of Thrones at all?
I
No.
need to get into that. She's trying to get me into it.
Closest thing I
No. Did you watch it on
I
Sunday?
have people at work, and
She
they're
did-
like,
David, she did not watch it yet.
I won't say
so-
anything. They go, if I watch 5 episodes, can I catch up? I'm like, no.
no, you got like 7
No.
seasons.
You got
You have
7 seasons, bro.
seasons.
George Stark is gonna win the throne.
You think? I didn't get into it until last year. And I'm like, listen, like I would call her up at home.
Yes, that's what happened. I'm watching it with my son.
Mhm.
I'd say, David, I gotta go. I'm watching Game of Thrones with Paulie.
I'm like,
And he's
come
like,
on.
whatever. What show is this? I'm like, it's a good show. He's like, I'm not into the games. I'm like, it's not back. I
It's
said,
not
"You
about
should-
games. I know
You
that
should
much.
just
It
watch.
is a game,
I
though.
said
It
just
is a
watch
game.
one episode. So he.
This
you
was
know,
during winter break, January of last year, and
Yeah.
I'm like, or this year? Was this past year? No,
No. It's about a year.
about a year. Okay,
Yeah.
so I saw it. I'm like, I saw like 2 episodes. Holy fuck! Like you got to keep watching it
Yeah.
because every character is so intertwined and it's so fucked up, and everybody's such a good actor on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a real problem with little people. With
Yeah,
Yeah,
midgets.
he didn't like
We
midgets.
represent the
Yeah.
lollipop guild.
I really had. I had a midget waitress at IHOP and ordered like a short stack of pancakes and small apple juice. Kind of a dick that way. And,
Fuck you.
Yeah,
I was not there for
but
that.
she was not there.
No.
And but Peter
Point up, I'm
Dinklage.
like-
Peter Dinklage is one of the best actors.
Oh,
I've ever
he's
seen.
fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And am I right? As he's Tyrion Lannister.
And I told him, I said, Tyrion will be your favorite.
He is.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is.
Mm-hmm.
He does measure up to the other actors on the show.
He does.
He's got a real deep voice.
Yes,
It's
he
like,
does.
You
He's
don't
got-
even know that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just, and his lines are classic. Like he's just. I like when he says he's the god of tits and wine because that's
There
my
you go.
favorite type of god.
There is a
Exactly.
thing on YouTube. You got to look it up, and it's a guy takes the Seinfeld musical soundtrack and a laugh track, and he puts it under scenes of Game of Thrones.
Oh no!
And they have one where Tyrion's slapping Joffrey around.
Yes.
And they put like a laugh track onto that. It just adds like an extra level of sarcasm to it. It's great.
See, there's always a character in the show, especially this show, John.
Yeah.
This guy Joffrey survived 4 seasons, and I couldn't stand this motherfucker from
You
day
can't give anything away.
from the. All right, you'll see.
No,
I won't.
don't give anything
All right,
away.
but when
The kid
he
was a twat waffle. I
when
get
he
it.
meets his demise,
Sounds like
it
one.
won't blow it. But if you haven't seen it by now, it's too late.
Right.
So
Oh my God.
if when he died,
He's going into it.
Okay,
I
that's enough. 'cause
could
you don't want
not-
to ruin it. If somebody ruined it for you, I would.
and the red wedding. That's all I got to say.
All right, whatever.
I did see that though. Somebody was talking to me about it. I was like, I gotta check
But
this out.
if you don't go back and see the past history of the family, the red wedding means nothing. To me, I'm
Right.
like, oh, they're getting married. She's having a baby and this, and he shows the armor. I'm like,
All I know is I just watched through it. I'm like, shit, everybody's dead. This is awesome.
What?
I want to watch The Sopranos again. That's like
Stephen
that was my
says,
favorite.
oh.
we
I've
watched
seen
some
most of season
Sopranos
1.
again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
we,
would-
we really want to start from the beginning. And
Yeah,
watch
exactly.
It all over again. I think it's time.
We do. There's so much stuff that we missed with the Sopranos. Now with the new movie coming out with Tony as a kid,
Yeah.
Played
Played
by
by Michael
James Gandolfini's son.
kid. Yep,
Yeah,
Michael Gandolfini.
yeah. So it was when how they became, Junior and Tony and all this stuff.
Paulie Walnuts.
Paulie Walnuts. He had the best lines of the whole
Oh.
show. Remember when he was talking about the plastic part in your laces? About
yes.
Dipping them in, about how they get urine
Yes.
and they're making dinner. And they're like, oh, please. He's like, come on, you got to wash your hands. The stuff, tie my shoe. The urine gets on my hands, kind of
You ever?
classic.
But
Yeah.
there was a logic to that was good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
very
true.
true.
It's very true. It's very true.
And
You're-
you know what? Now with with
John,
Netflix
host
and
wants
like
to say something.
binging.
Let her go.
Wait a minute. Yeah, let the host.
No, all I was literally gonna say. You remember like the VIP diner that they did some of their scenes in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went to school like right by there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
There's
That's all.
there's a tour that you can take. It's a Sopranos tour. And they stop off at all the different spots. It takes 4 hours to go
Yeah, it
through?
takes 4 hours to go through
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Can you get some sausage at Satriali's pork store?
So no, that is closed.
Nah.
And yeah,
So
and
what if
actually
we need-
demolished.
Listen,
So yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Now, we're in the new studio. This is
Yes.
very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's kind of like a...
Yeah.
That's our first time in
Yeah,
there.
right?
It looks like a combination of like the back of a flea market and the Merv Griffin set, from
Right.
1970.
We need some
Yeah,
fake
right?
trees in here or fake bushes.
Yeah, fake
But
bushes.
You know,
I-
this is a good
no,
tip for a
this-
game show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss seeing Gene working the mic. How do we?
Right.
That's true.
He's in
I
the
do.
back room over there. If
Made it home.
But what if we have a problem? How do we signal to Gene that there's an issue?
Gene, you can talk to us, right?
Gino.
Gene, he's busy talking to the guests in the
He
next
ain't
room.
listening.
Gene? No, it's all right. We're digressing. Let's move on.
Let's
Yeah.
move on.
I'm sure if the place was on fire.
Is this the Kurt Zimmerman show? When did that happen? When did
I
you-
know. Really, come on. There's other guests here tonight. I'm sorry.
Where are there?
Yeah, you guys.
No, we're
We're
cool.
not really guessing.
Well, they got the next show.
We
so.
got the next show.
Yeah, we're just
coming
gonna
up.
kind of just riff for
We're
a
just
while.
gonna switch chairs. I'm gonna keep this one nice and warm for you.
Okay.
I meant to
He's gonna
bring.
fart in it.
I meant to bring tonight. I forgot. We have our sponsor, Fresh Breasts for your woman there, and Fresh Balls for you.
Yeah.
So you did get those as a sponsor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I got a sponsor also to mention, Jerry Petito. Thank you for everything that you do for the show. Anyways, what the hell are we talking about?
What is she sponsoring you for?
She's just sponsoring the show. So now
I put on my old baseball uniform with a tin cup, and that's how I'm going to get my sponsors. You got any spare change?
Jerry? I don't think Jerry sleeps.
probably
No.
not.
I think
Jerry
there's
might
3
be
of her.
superhuman.
I think she's
Right.
superhuman.
Or like cloned.
Yeah.
Because she does a
I don't want to
scrapbooking.
think. I don't want to think of more than 2 Jerrys.
No, but
I'm
after
good on
the
that.
show, she does
fine with
scrapbooking and
one.
everything like that. I feel very lazy.
Yeah, Jerry's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
she is.
Yeah.
kissing her
Very-
ass a little bit because
Very
I kinda pissed her off.
energetic.
Yes.
You
yes.
need to make up with Jerry.
I think we did make up. I just said I'd be to an event, and then the night came. I'm like, I actually wasn't feeling well the night I thought the event was. I'm like, I can't come. I'm sick. She's like, oh, good, feel better next week. I'm like,
Ugh.
but me, I'm bad with with follow through sometimes. So sorry,
Yeah.
Jerry. I publicly apologize for not coming to your event at Friendlies. I apologize. I'm
Well,
sorry.
Dave, you get sick every once in a while. Like the other night, I had something too spicy for dinner, and so you felt lousy the next day.
You don't want to talk about my stomach. Compared to I have colitis, so
Okay.
it's a
Oh,
shitty
boy.
situation. So
Literally.
people, hey, you want this spicy thing? No.
I know, because if you come out there, it burns so bad. You come out of your bathroom, there's French people with candles singing hymns outside of your bathroom.
Oh. oh.
Okay, I went there. Thank
That's
you.
probably actually happened.
Oh, my God.
Oh, don't give me that shit.
You just brought up a fear.
You
of
were
the kid.
bringing up all kinds of sexual shit, and I just did a
Oh.
topical news
No,
joke.
it's true though. It's
I
true.
heard what an angry penguin was tonight.
But I guess the Vatican has to take some money from their pedophile fund and rebuild the church in France.
Oh, Father O'Patty, we got to rebuild that. We got to rebuild the cathedral now. You can't
See-
be paying off the Jewish kids you've been banging.
Right. See, this, you know how it got set on fire? I heard this today. Somebody was knocking on the door and they were hiding all their porn.
Oh.
Oh.
I
that's
know.
beautiful.
I'm shocked too.
I guess you don't have to worry about them
Yeah.
singing hymns.
I told you the non. Who bought the non-lubricated condoms? We're gonna have to save money somehow to
Yeah.
rebuild the cathedral.
I
again.
wasn't going to go there, but since you did,
I don't care. I'm going to hell anyway.
like
so-
Pandora's box. you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, we don't talk about boxes over there. Oh. Oh, no Patsy fingers, if you will. You know?
Oh boy.
You know, so, the rectory is like, Target
And they
during
call-
sale time. Boys' pants half off.
Right. They call it a rectory.
He said he was gonna try to be nice because his wife was in the other room.
No, she said, until she starts coming in and pummeling me, I'm going to keep going.
Now I'll ask you this on my show too. Who are your comedic heroes? Who do you mostly talk about yourself on set, or do you do that? Will you do that type of joke on stage?
Oh,
in
yeah.
front of an
My
audience?
comedic hero was Rodney Dangerfield.
All right.
And then Bob Schimmel. Bob Schimmel was like 80s, 90s kind of guy. He came, at that time, and they both have self-depreciating types of humor. So I kind of go after myself a little bit.
It's rude that I drink this on air, but
No, it's fine. I'm drinking too.
I could do it like
No,
Trump
no,
and
no,
do.
no. I'm going to put
What?
it in the glass.
Where? Oh shit! Sorry.
Before you get everything all over.
I know, really. It's a brand new studio. Damn it! Come on. Ruben's going. Oh my
He
God.
got it on the table. The bike's
Ruben.
went out. You
Well,
know
the
that?
virginity's gone now.
Ruben, I got iced tea
It
on the
was long
computer.
gone.
You might want to come in here.
It was gone long before French hymns.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Oh come on.
Oh.
That was just timely humor.
God, that
It
happened
was
at
good.
the right
Okay.
time.
I'm just glad.
See,
I
that's the
didn't
reason
say
why.
it.
That's the reason why Gene needs to be in the room, because Gene always used to be like he used to laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, good
And
luck,
now we
Pat.
can't hear Gene laugh, and it's
No.
kind of like I don't know if
It
I'm
makes me
scoring
sad.
or not.
Right. Gene, we need a laugh
He
track
needs,
in
like,
here.
Yeah, he
Yep.
needs a microphone or
Right.
an intercom system.
Gene,
I know-
Gene's too busy trying to make money in there. He's working right now. He's working the room.
I'm confident in it because I know when Ruben comes in and he starts laughing, I know somebody's laughing. So I'm just
Exactly.
like,
Exactly. It's fun.
So what's your topic on your show? We're just bullshitting tonight.
We're just bullshitting tonight, man.
I
know
see
we
you've
had
done a lot of prep.
I know we had to talk about the Villa Maria.
Yeah, well,
So
we can throw a
make
couple
sure we
more
had to get
plugs
that
in.
in.
We'll throw
If
a
you
couple
want.
more plugs. Oh, you want me to throw a plug in now?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Thursday night at Villa Maria Restaurant and Pizzeria. You can tell I've been on the radio a lot lately. We are having the first comedy night over there. And it's a couple of the people on the show are former Robbinsville train wreck people with me. Lynn Edmonds, Tim Eli, Randy Simon Lupa was a...
Oh, Lynn Edmonds will be there?
Yes, Lynn Edmonds will be there. I'll be hosting the show. We got Ed McCarty's also coming in. And also, if you've ever been to the Take 5 shows when he shows up, PJ Stansberry, who used to work, he lives locally, used to work at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. He's coming by and giving us a few minutes. He's not
coming back?
What's that?
PJ's coming back?
PJ's coming back. He's going to be
How
there.
much are tickets?
Actually, it's BYOB and it's free.
Wow.
Buy some food.
Where is this located?
Villa Maria Restaurant and Pizzeria, 3800 Quaker Bridge Road, Suite number 4 in Mercerville, New Jersey, right at the corner of Quaker Bridge Road and Youngs Road. Nice little place. There is a room off to the side. Go in there, buy some dinner at 7 o'clock, have a nice dinner on with Sam, and pay for him and stay around for the comedy show Thursday night.
Oh, that's something.
We got we got a crowd coming too. I know the Facebook event has gotten some nice chatter over that.
So are you going to be funny that night, or is it going to be like normal stuff?
Oh.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Listen, he's got to get up on stage before he starts talking shit.
Yeah, those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones there, buddy.
I'm throwing big
Oh,
stones.
Doug's got your name on the flyer for the showcase
I
he's doing
know.
next week.
I'm not doing it.
No?
What, for the
he
Mongelli and Max show?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Doug, and
You didn't tell them?
I did tell him. I told him I wasn't going, and Tom. Doug, yeah, we'll give
I
you
have
5
somewhere
minutes.
else to be. I got to leave that early to come back over here.
I just thought that we could, sit here and talk and bullshit. He's like, no, you're going to give 5 minutes of your stand-up. I don't do stand-up anymore. It's hot as balls in here. You guys hot?
yeah, I'm hot.
Yeah,
Well, I'm mixing my hot chips.
just like Satan teabagged on my
And you're
neck.
probably just feeling.
What do you have in it? What do you-
Satan teabagged on your neck.
Satan's teabag?
Satan teabagged on my neck.
Oh, damn.
That's what
Hold
it feels like.
still. Here comes my testicles from hell. Hold still, Satan. Oh, there goes my... Hey, I can hear the microphone.
I don't know why the fuck I just wiped the floor. That was weird.
Did you fart?
No, that was
my
a noise from
God.
Kurt.
No, that was not. Yes, I was doing my...
So how long have you
Satan.
and Abby been together now?
It'll be 6 months on the 28th.
Are you happy, Abby?
6 months?
She looks happy to me.
Abby, you can blink twice, if you want to get out of it.
Empty balls, full stomach? Well, full stomach
know.
is a good answer, but empty balls?
Yeah, her
No,
full-
He does, 'cause he went to go get food without me.
Oh.
Oh.
You weren't
Oh,
here.
That's a criminal.
Hey, Abby, does he leave you in a
We can
pit?
go after.
Visiting my mother in the hospital, thank you very much.
We can go after.
John.
And then we can go
John,
to your mom.
John's trying to backtrack now.
Hey, Abby, what do you and John do for fun? Does he leave you in a pit and sends lotion down in a basket?
That would be hey. We should try that one day.
Do you even know the reference to that? Do you know the reference to that? What he's talking about?
Puts the lotion on the skin or
Oh!
John, you got a smart one there. That's good.
I
That's
know.
good.
We were quoting Monty Python on the train back from the show last Saturday.
Excellent.
The whole train was doing it. It was great.
Oh, that's
Okay,
awesome.
Abby, what year did you graduate high school? 2014. Okay, 2014.
2004. Wait,
Right before
are you
I-
graduating? Oh, so you're not going to a senior prom this year. We were convinced you're going. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll be 23 in June.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so you can legally do anything you want to.
Yes.
And do you?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
beautiful.
How is it?
I remember
Abby?
the first time you mentioned that in front of her. She freaked out because I said yes.
Oh, you check his prostate quite often?
Oh my
Does
God.
John like to be pegged?
This
More
is
over
a-
hers, but
This is going to get out of control. You don't have to answer things.
Do you peg John?
David. David.
I pegged her.
Do you,
She's
Do you
not
put
the
a strap?
dominant
Do you
type.
put a strap on and grab him
Oh
from
my
behind
God.
and mount him and tell him he's a bad boy?
She was practicing mounting with her painting, though. I think she might have a change of heart on me even a little bit.
David.
Hey, painting is where it starts,
David, what is
okay?
the matter with you?
I'm just asking.
TV stand yesterday, okay?
Okay.
Oh.
on a TV stand?
On the TV stand?
Got his TVs on the wall for you?
Yeah.
That's
Where were you doing that high up? That's uncomfortable.
singing.
You were at work, right?
Yes,
Okay. That's nice. Oh, man. Anyways, what the
You know, it's really
talking
nice to
about?
talk to somebody who's off mic.
I know.
It's kind of like, hey, let's ask her a question. Dead air.
we
Yeah.
haven't been able to do that like all show.
You can always join us and sit on the microphone and,
I don't like him right now.
Why don't you like
that
it?
means you need
Wait
to
a
come over on
second.
the
Is that because of the food thing?
No.
Oh, what happened?
What happened?
John, what did you do?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Come on, Abby.
Come on, Abby. You need to come over and
Yeah,
talk to
we
us.
need to know. Come see us.
We're gonna play psychiatrist.
Come to Uncle Dave and Aunt Marty.
My therapist told me to let it
That's
go,
creepy.
but-
Hey, can you open up Mike
Dr.
2 in there?
Kirk. Dr. Kirk is on the show.
Yes. What? Tell us about your dreams.
Tell us about
No,
John.
no. Let's get into this. Like, what did John do now?
What did John do?
Okay, so
Hey, Ruben or Mike, can somebody, Ruben or Gene, can somebody open up a mic 2, I believe?
Can somebody turn
It's
her mic
Mark
on so I
6.
can look like a bastard?
Anybody listening?
Gino, Ruben.
You know what,
Anyone?
John, we might take your side. You don't know.
You
Yeah,
don't
come
know.
on. We have to
Probably
listen to
not.
this.
We are very open people.
social cues.
All right.
Like my social
Oh, okay.
Let's let her
sometimes are
talk.
intense, sometimes very subtle. But either way, the only ones he responds to is crying or yelling.
Who,
Oh.
me?
Oh, John, what did you
Yeah,
do?
really?
So crying or yelling is the only time you get a response out of John.
It sounds like you're about to say, "Well, the Jews."
Yeah. No. No, but the thing is, you see, I'm putting on my Scrooge duck thing, you know, going. Oh no, I mean, my Viennese duck.
So what led up to this crying or?
John, is this okay to be discussed on air?
Yeah,
I'm
John.
trying to figure that out.
Okay.
What did John do?
So before I go into it, why I'm actually mad,
Give her your mic.
I just want to say that he's a very good boyfriend, almost all the time, and he's very nice.
Well, you
This
say
is-
crying or
this-
yelling first.
This
That
is
looked
the
pretty
sandwich
bad.
situation I tell you about, right? She's good
This
at
is
this.
sandwich. What you do, I learned
Yeah.
this from Marty, is that when there's bad news, you sandwich in between. He's a
Yes,
good guy.
and she knows.
He's a very good guy.
He's a
and
good
She has good
boyfriend.
tricks.
very good boy. Yes.
Now fill it with meat.
Okay.
There we go.
That's my job.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
All right, John.
Oh.
Maybe not again. Let's find out.
that's number one.
That time.
No,
Too
but
soon.
unfortunately, my mother was in the hospital. She was admitted yesterday.
What?
Okay.
Sepsis.
Okay.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's serious.
it's what my grandmother died of, and
Okay.
so on and
How
so
old's your
forth.
mom?
She is 59.
Okay.
So, it's a lot going on. I also quit my job yesterday.
Oh, you did?
As well, because, unfortunately, I got fed up. So, things happen, things change, and I'm graduating in a couple weeks, and there's just kind of a lot going on right now. So, yesterday I called him up, bawling my eyes out. He was there.
Okay. Good, John.
He was there, like a good boyfriend should.
Okay.
Today, I asked him to come and visit beforehand. Come and visit me and my mother in the hospital, please.
I couldn't
Yeah.
get a ride over. That was why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, you got a ride here, and then you got a ride to go get food.
Exactly, which is why I can't keep which is why I can't keep asking for rides.
John, do you have Uber?
The thing is, I don't have money. You know,
Oh.
I only
What
get
happened
paid
to your
so
car?
much.
What happened to your car?
It's been getting fixed.
I need to
for-
play the theme from Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
We
kidding.
have
Oh my God!
something.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Are you actually about to play it right now?
No, but is there something? Can you guys just work? Can you guys work on it? Like he couldn't get a ride over. He's
Like I said, okay.
not Bad Boys. What are you playing, fool?
That's not Days of Our
That's
Lives.
not Days of
I'm a really good boyfriend, and most of the time I can just let it go. But today it's just not my
She's had it.
day.
Okay, maybe you guys need to.
You
Yeah.
know, that is yes. So that is
You know,
something
I
that.
can get past it. I can see past it. It's gonna be fine. But right now, I'll just stay at that piss level for a little bit.
I was gonna say.
But she is here for you.
She's
which
here for
is,
you.
know,
Yeah,
that's
that's
a lot
true.
to be said. I don't know. I probably wouldn't
came
be.
here and looking for him, and everybody was like, "Oh, he went to go get food."
Wait,
Didn't tell me or anything.
did you get here before I got here? Or?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's why. All right.
But he
And
didn't
I get
normally,
it now.
and normally, John has
Say
an
that.
entire feast here.
Yeah, but I know they didn't want like food or drinks in the studio. At least
Oh,
that's
is
what
that
they
right?
said to me. So I tried to, keep it out and try to get my food in before. Plus, I knew Danny was having problems, so I asked Gino if I was going on late, and he said yes. So I decided to step out and go get food. I let you guys know. It took me a little bit to let you know, but I did. I'm sorry it took me longer. I knew these guys wanted to
John
come on
is
though,
going
so I
to-
made sure
yeah,
to tell
He,
them first.
he
Men
messed
are a
up
work
his-
in progress.
Yeah.
He's sorry. I think he's.
I
sounds
think
sorry.
he's sorry.
Yeah.
Stupidity's carried on the Y chromosome. I'm convinced.
Probably. I probably just have an extra one. That's why this
See,
happened.
Put your helmet on.
Yeah, right.
luckily, I
Headphones will do
never
for
fucked
now.
up with Marty, so I'm good. You know.
That's the only person you don't do it to.
No, what happened was, and I know exactly what she's thinking. We were down in Cape May. Our second time there, or third time? Second time, right? Okay. And we're in the Cape May Diamonds. They take these rocks from Cape May Beach and they make them into rings.
Yeah.
And she goes by, she's like, wow, these are beautiful. And the guy was like talking all about the rings and the rocks. I'm like, yeah, they're great. And I kept walking and I kept like looking at something else. And she was really upset with me in the car. I'm like, fuck. So I realized what I did. I was just, being me and being an idiot. And I
Yes.
apologize.
That was very stupid.
Half the time when we do something, it's because we're doing something idiotic. It's nothing that we're
Yeah.
doing
He
intentionally.
didn't mean it
Yeah.
personally.
I know my ADD caught in. I was like looking at all this like cool stuff over here, and I'm like, shit.
Well-
Once I said it, that's cool. And I walked away, and the guy's like, wow, he really took off. And I at that
It was
point, you
very
can't go back
Yeah, no.
and be like, hey, honey, let's look at rings. Like it's that time is over. But,
Yeah.
Yes.
But listen, if you guys have a good let me give advice. You guys seem to be happy together. He fucked up. He's sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
sorry.
I agree.
Bone her later. Go see her mom. Give her
Yeah.
some food.
Like I said, he's a very good boyfriend.
Well, and
It's
communication is
it
the
is
top
very
thing.
rare
Like,
that he actually fucks up. So.
yeah, so like if you can't get over there, just send a text and say, I can't get over. I don't have any money.
I know what.
So sorry.
What kind of makes it hard sometimes too is I work
Good
weird
porn
hours.
makes it hard.
I'll work. I get. Damn it.
Fucking Kurt.
Damn, Kurt.
Fucking Kurt.
Damn.
No,
My wife's in the next room. I might get slapped on the way home, so
you probably will.
But listen,
Like I said, on the
there's no
Y
hope.
chromosome, the stupidity is on the Y chromosome.
it is. Men do
Yes.
stupid shit all the time. You women put up with us. We give you guys a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Not enough.
We do.
We still don't get paid the same.
Yeah, but
I-
you're not paying to be in a relationship.
I think I am.
Oh,
Both.
Yeah, she's paying for it.
I'm sucking dick after this show.
She pays for it every day.
Marty
you gonna go
seems-
back to that guy
Mar-
from Kiss?
Marty seems to Marty seems
Gene
to
Simmons?
attract
I know.
the
You
gays.
tried to give me to Gene Simmons.
This is a true story. This really happened.
okay.
We're going to Las Vegas
He took his headphones off for this shit.
and
No, I can't hear anything. This line's broken.
we're going to Vegas. We're at Newark Airport. I have pictures to prove it, okay? And this guy comes walking, real tall guy with like Gene Simmons type hair. And I'm like, wow. And he had like the boots on, the leather I mean, everything was Gene Simmons. And I go, I think that's Gene Simmons. Like, he was like 4 people in front of me. She's like, it is. And I'm sitting there. And I'm sitting there. Like, by this time, though, the belt's off. The phone's going through the thing. I'm like, and I got like some slow guy in front of me. I got to take this off too, and this off, and oh my god.
Do I need to have a full cavity search?
Right. So he gets to the end and he's looking at me, and I'm like total fanboy.
Yeah.
I mean, Gene's a dick. Gene's a dick.
Okay.
Rock god, but very very egotistical.
Right.
But he was very nice. So he's like
He waited for us.
waited for us at the end,
Yeah.
right? And we're the only ones who noticed him. So we went up and said, I'm like, Gene, you're going to stick your tongue out. He's like, you going to take the picture or what? So the glasses on. And he goes, hey, how much for the chick? Meaning Marty's like, well, you can have her.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're starting our vacation.
my girlfriend.
Yeah, we're about to get on the airplane. We're starting our vacation, and this is how we start with him saying, "You can just take her and have her."
Wow.
And I was like,
To
I was
Gene
hating him on
Simmons.
the plane. I was going to throw him out the window.
So you
Consider
said,
the
"You
alternatives,
suck
though,
big
Marty. He
time."
does have that tongue.
He does have the tongue.
That means
What
he
that
could be
mou-
across the
Hold
room.
on.
What that mouth do?
What?
So do you.
I do.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey.
Not
Oh.
like Gene, but
No. Well,
No.
I would know.
Didn't
but-
he have like a little thing that keeps it attached?
his tongue is like down to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't he have like that little?
Maybe he had it taken off, right?
Yeah. That helps get it out.
Yeah.
So that was my
So you might want to give that a shot.
that
just so
was
you
my
can be like
my
Gene
brush with
Simmons.
fame. Listen,
No.
your mom is sick. John, I think John is very sorry.
Yes, I agree, Dave.
I think he's
I
sorry.
love how we switched it back to me just now.
Notice how all the men are apologizing for him.
John is sorry. We just want to see John happy. We want to see
Yes.
you happy too. He's sorry. We know your mom's sick.
John's a good guy.
John fucked up. Give him a lashing or whatever.
Men make stupid
might like
mistakes
it.
all the time. They
Blow
really
him
do.
after. He'll give you some food.
Oh my God,
You guys
David.
are good.
That's not going to happen, I don't think.
Semen is not food.
Sure it is.
You can swallow both of it. It has something in common.
Oh.
It actually
Oh.
Common
it does have
denominators.
glucose and protein.
Yeah.
I mean, you can survive on that.
I don't think diabetics are like,
After
you know
a good
what?
workout, just suck some dick.
My blood sugar's high. Where's that semen at right now? I don't think
Bring it back
No,
down.
I think that'd be bad for it. It's full of glucose. So
Oh, that's
That's
true.
good.
Oh,
Diabetes.
yeah.
yeah,
You know what I meant. You
that's
know what
how
I
you
meant.
killed all those old women in your truck.
Yeah. Oh.
All he had to do
Really?
was talk about sex and
I got
killed him.
a funny ambulance story. This is very funny.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to hear this.
Go ahead.
Yes, she
David.
does.
No,
Yes,
I don't,
she
I
does.
don't want to hear about anything about you doing anything.
All right. So I know this guy, right?
You fingered Betty White.
No. Oh.
He probably
No,
wishes.
the Golden Girls are pretty hot. Now I would probably fuck. What's her name?
Blanche.
Rose,
I would
Blanche.
I would fuck Blanche in a heartbeat. I would.
Why am I starting to think about sex with Fran Drescher? I have no
No,
idea.
not Fran Drescher.
Ow! Ow!
Not
Fran
Fran.
Drescher was hot. She had hot clothes on.
What's her name?
Do me, Brecco! Do me!
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
I would hate to hear
Dorothy,
that. though.
Rose, and Blanche.
Dorothy. Fuck, marry, kill. Dorothy, Rose, and Blanche. I would probably marry Rose.
But she's very dumb though. But Betty White is awesome.
Betty White's awesome.
Yeah.
So I would marry her. I would fuck Blanche and kill.
You
Well,
killed Dorothy?
I kill Dorothy
Oh.
because the mom is
Oh.
hilarious. Dorothy's
I
funny
felt like
too.
Dorothy was getting killed, to be honest.
Dorothy's
Yeah.
funny too, but I would definitely.
You know, if it was on a desert island and you had to procreate to keep civilization going,
Yeah.
B. Arthur still wouldn't make the cut.
Right? No, she wouldn't.
You wouldn't hit it
All
with
right,
a brick.
let me do this one. How about
Okay.
Marianne, Ginger, and Lovey?
I would kill Lovey.
Yes. Lovey's
would-
pushing up the
I would
daisies.
fuck Ginger,
Uh-huh.
and I would marry Marianne.
that's
Yes.
You're with
sweet.
the redhead.
That's
Of course you
sweet.
fuck Ginger.
I would totally fuck Ginger.
You're doing it already.
I am. That I am.
Okay.
You know, I wonder if
role-playing idea.
Gilligan ever got any on that island. You know?
Actually, he didn't seem to.
No.
Skipper, what do I do?
I think Professor was getting all of it.
Oh, I think so
Probably.
too.
They, were,
You
they
know,
were into him.
because like he was the smartest one. You know, like
Would you
Yeah.
bang Lovey though?
if I could get like 50% of the preferred stock in Howell Industries.
Now here's my thing with
Yeah.
Gilligan's Island. Okay. It was cool when we were younger.
It was very cool. Like, good
Yeah.
stories.
However, why are there two millionaires on this little boat? Didn't they have a yacht?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Professor could never take any time from work. What was he doing on the boat?
Exactly.
Why did Ginger bring so many clothes?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Why
called-
didn't they grow beards? Why wasn't it like Tom Hanks? Was that Tom Hanks movie?
Well, Lovey
Wilson?
grew a beard, but you couldn't see it on her face.
Oh damn!
Yeah. She
Yeah.
grew it somewhere
There
else.
are unanswered questions about
But listen,
that.
we watched Naked and Afraid. You know when these people are dropped off and they're
Oh, yeah.
and they're naked and they each have one survival item. We're sitting there eating cake and drinking wine and being like, "Fuck you,
Fuck that.
Mosquitoes in my ass and in my
No, the
mosquitoes
worst
in the
was
vagina. Fuck you."
when the guy he said he was a Marine, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
shows up and he's so white. And
He stick him on a desert island.
Right, and he has no.
He's
sunscreen.
sunburned in 10 minutes.
I mean,
like
in 10
third
minutes,
degree.
Oh, God.
I mean,
That's
his
awful.
his penis was sunburned.
His dick.
It's not that bad.
Let's spray solar cane on it.
So he had nothing to put on it. Nothing.
This is the
Oh.
thing.
I mean, he was crisp. It was
crisp.
so
And this
terrible.
was the first.
His
day
willy
they-
was chafed.
And they had to survive 21 days. 21
And
days.
then he gave the girl so much hard time.
He gave her a hard time. Saying, I can't do shit. I'm totally
Yeah,
sunburned.
you've
My
got to do
dick is
everything.
sunburned.
Yeah.
And then at night you see all the mosquitoes,
swarms.
like the swarms, surrounding like the light and biting them. They came away with like so, and you're not doing it for money. You're doing it saying, yeah, I did that.
I don't
Fuck
think they
you.
can
I would
anything
Yeah, no,
to
that's
it.
stupid. I couldn't even.
Yeah.
I couldn't even last half a night in a tent out in my
No.
backyard when I was 11. You know.
I would have
Right.
jumped in the water and drowned myself.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they go, we have to
that.
cross. We have to cross Piranha Lake to get to the helicopter. And we're all bleeding. Well, it's called Piranha Lake for a reason.
Oh
I
my
know,
Christ!
You're bleeding out.
They're
Jeez, I wonder
bleeding
why.
out. They're like they had mosquito bites. That one girl in her vagina, and he had
Yes.
mosquito. Listen, I had a bad reaction to bugs on my legs,
Mhm.
and it was itching for months. And I
Yeah.
got medicine.
Well, you
and
had the chickers.
I had the chiggers. I told somebody the chick was like, you had the what? Not the nip.
The chickens say that's their word.
Imagine getting chiggers and
He
naked
was
and
like
afraid.
clawing his legs off.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
so fucking itchy. Like, cause she was on 10 acres, like, and there's a swamp right by it. So I'm like, what the fuck? But then we're watching this show, and I'm like, there's no way I would ever survive on here.
No.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't survive a zombie apocalypse or.
No,
Speaking of Naked and Afraid, did you see the SNL parody where they had Peter Dinklage and Leslie Jones?
Yes.
On that,
Yes.
Leslie Jones is sprinkling hot sauce on Peter Dinklage. That was one of the
I
funniest
know,
bits
and
they
I
had
saw
done.
James Franco and Seth Rogen.
Oh
do
my
it,
God,
too.
that's funny.
It was
Oh my God.
And they were cuddling at night.
What would be
And
the
he's like, "Why is your penis hard?"
What would you? What would you
I
do?
need warmth. Why is your penis
Would
hard?
you do it? Would there be any amount of money you would do it for?
hell no? Because
No.
mosquitoes look at me and go buffet.
Right, but would
Yes, I could
is
fit
there-
too.
$10 million, 21 days, survive.
For $10 million.
I would
10
say
million.
if I die at day 14, can you give $2 million to my wife or something like that? You know, I mean,
But
Try to get more
there's
out
just
of it.
no rhyme or reason to doing the show besides the fact to see that you did it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't do it.
You remember that show Fear Factor?
Yeah.
Would you be able to eat bugs like they
Yes, that I could do.
Like, no,
that
but
I-
Go to any White Castle, you eat bugs all
did?
the time.
I mean, could you
Right.
eat like they had these giant grasshoppers
Uh-huh.
that were alive, okay, and they had to chew them up, and they were alive, and their legs were trying to crawl out of your mouth.
But this is like for
Oh,
$50,000, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I would do
You
that.
would do it.
You would do
get
that?
to
I would do
Chew
that.
up a grasshopper.
Get me
like-
drunk, probably, you know.
My life isn't in
okay,
danger.
wait a minute. What about one of those Madagascar hissing cockroaches? They're so big. They're alive.
See, Marty would not survive the
and
zombie apocalypse.
I watched this show.
She's already said that.
I would trip
you
her.
know?
She hates pickles.
I hate pickles.
So if
no.
we ended up in a zombie
You would too?
apocalypse inside a pickle factory,
No,
she would die.
I wouldn't eat that.
Besides the
Inside a
fact,
pickle factory, that's where you draw the
I
line.
call her Peg sometimes, like Peg Bundy. So we'll be outside.
Ow!
We were going to some event, and she's in heels, and then she's like, "Dave, it's raining out right now." So she has her little umbrella, and she's walking. I'm like, "Come on, Peg." She's like, "David, it's raining." And then
Oh.
I would trip her in front of a zombie if that
You
ever
would.
happened.
I think you.
My
know
wife
what?
would trip me in front of
You
a
could
zombie.
do that. That'd be fine. I'm
Here,
not
have to
eating
look like
anything
Peg, though.
that.
We discussed this the other day. Now, if there, we all live we live in Jersey, so we're surrounded by New York, Philadelphia, major
Right.
cities, and military bases. We're
Yes.
great. Would you want to survive a nuclear apocalypse?
Anyway, yeah, anywhere in the state, we're screwed.
We're screwed.
Right, but
Unless
would
you're up
you-
in the
But
Wachtung
would
Hills.
you
or
want
so-
to like dig a hole in the ground and stay down there? And what if you could survive and everybody else on the top died? Would that be okay, or is that
This
be
was
bad
the
thing?
last scene in Doctor Strangelove, you know, going into a coal mine or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
First of all, digging underground in this state, you'll probably come into a Superfund site
Oh,
every other
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right.
That'd
true.
be like Toxic Avenger.
Right. The neighborhood I lived in, the groundwater from a rubber plant that was taken down years ago, the water's probably still messed up from the Mercer Rubber Company on Mercer
All right,
Street in Hamilton.
Well, take all that aside. I mean, if you could live safely underground.
See, the reason why I'm bringing this up, some guy built a bunker. Now, it would be a cool fort for teenagers.
Right.
Because you go down there, there's a full kitchen, bedroom, there's fans everywhere, but there's no disposal system for shitting. Like, there's no acid there. There's 2 ways in and 1 way out, okay? Someone can easily find where you are. How long before you're first of all, it's not far enough down. It's only it was like 10 feet down.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you'd survive
no,
that.
you would
Not
not.
far enough. It looked like a cool fort, but the problem I had with it, the guy was like, and over there is the
Yeah.
bedroom. Like, he was crawling down this thing, and he was so out of breath. I'm like, he's not going in. Go to a cardiologist, dude. It's nice you still live home with your parents,
really.
and you can invest this type of money to build this shelter that no one's ever going to be in because nothing's bolted down.
No.
I would want to die right away because I wouldn't want to live and have to scavenge for food.
Fuck.
You said there's like no bathroom. Is there like something to wipe your ass
There's
with?
a bathroom.
Oh, there is?
There's a
Okay.
Well,
bathroom,
you can
but
trade toilet paper as a commodity.
if anything, save
Yeah.
toilet paper. Money's going to
Kid,
be...
come here. I got a nice roll of Charmin
I know.
for
Like
you.
if you said like,
Yeah, right.
oh, do you have a cheesesteak? Here's a roll of toilet paper.
It's like
Fuck it.
money would be no
I
use.
might do
Yeah.
that.
But you get nuclear winter. Like, we watch it, like, what was that movie with Will Smith?
Oh, I Am Legend.
I Am
and
Legend.
He
Yeah.
talked to mannequins.
He was buying. I don't think it was a nuclear thing, was it?
No, it was a sickness.
You ever see when nature takes over?
No.
Like 5 years after man,
No, that's
10
not-
years after man.
He's not saying a movie, but when a building is abandoned,
Right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know it's not even abandoned that long, and all of a sudden it has roots growing on it
And
everything,
vines, and
Right.
from the
It
lack
becomes
of-
feral.
from the lack of
like, so
maintenance. And
fast.
like 100 years after man, it looks like Planet of the Apes. You can barely recognize the building. All the electricity's gone out, and everything's just growing, like the grass, the weeds, the trees are all growing
Yeah.
uncontrolled. And it's amazing how the earth was taking everything back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man's
Yeah.
the biggest problem on this planet, without getting, into
No,
too much
I
of it.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree
know.
with you.
I would not want to survive though.
The earth like sucks the building back in almost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
because
does.
It collapses because
Like critters all come back
your
in. they're
power
like,
grid is gone. There's no exterminators
I-
to take
you
care
know
of
what?
anything.
You talk about the power grid. I honestly think more of a nuclear threat, I think, is if somebody disrupts our power grid.
Yes.
That is a bigger problem because if we lose everything, we lose communication.
What
we lose,
happens when you don't have Wi-Fi for 5 minutes?
Oh, we all freak out.
We
Yeah.
freak the fuck
Yeah.
out.
People freak out if Facebook is out for a couple hours because
Facebook and Instagram went off about 2 weeks ago.
right, and everybody freaked out.
Everybody freaked the fuck out. And this is where it hasn't happened here like in a large scale like this. It happened like brownouts with storms and stuff like that, but it hasn't. Imagine if we're attacked by Russians. Can you imagine if we were? Because
Yeah.
I
Oh
think
my
it
God.
happened with the election. I'm not really too sure, but
no,
Something
no,
like
I'm,
that.
I'm talking like a Red Dawn situation.
like a Red Dawn.
No,
Oh.
no. I think what would happen is, I think if we are to get invaded by another force, I think they would disrupt our electrical grid, to disrupt our
Yeah.
communications,
Yep.
disrupt our
Yep.
food,
Yep.
and then they would put ground forces on the
Yeah.
yeah,
ground
because everybody would be freaking out.
because that would be
But everything is so antiquated. Like it's a lot of our infrastructure needs to be not to get it. It
Yeah.
just needs to. It's old.
It needs an upgrade.
But I think it could very well happen if they do that. Like everything, being online is great. Facebook is great. Instagram, all that stuff is great. But except when it fails,
Mhm.
when it's not there.
Exactly.
And you love Facebook a lot.
Yeah, and I like having an online. I like people that I meet from around the world.
Right.
I love that. But when it doesn't work, when Wi-Fi doesn't work, I mean, it's great having it, and seeing it from Germany and Russia and this and that and Australia. But then when it doesn't happen, we flip. Like people flip out at Black Friday. Are you going to fight over that over TV? How are you going to be when the power grid goes and you're fighting over food or water or
Yeah,
gas?
exactly. The thin line between civilization and being uncivilized.
It's
You don't have to fall very far.
no.
Because I think once fear takes over, that you're not going to have something to eat or something is going to be taken away from you.
Right.
That fear comes in, and then you get that animalistic defensive instinct that you're going to defend your home, and you're not going to let that person come in and loot your pantry.
Right.
Yeah, no.
You think you get like that, David?
I don't know.
No, I don't
know anything.
Well, on a more happy note, hopefully the apocalypse will not happen on Thursday night for comedy night at Villa Maria, 3800 Quaker Bridge Road.
Could you
Right.
imagine Facebook
I
goes
like
down
that
right before
segue.
that?
Oh, I would lose my shit. No!
That would be great.
What, that Facebook loses out right before my show?
Let's make sure it happens.
That's a fucked up thing to wish on him.
I know.
Mark Zuckerberg, if you're listening.
Just take the, yeah, he'll take the event down. Thank you.
Listen, you should do a media fast the whole day.
And you should. I said to him, let's go on vacation and leave our phones
That's
at
so
home.
hard.
It is.
What are you, nuts?
I know, like I've said, like
Day and just sat in Central Park and watch people pick their nose. It's wonderful.
Really? Did they find anything good in there? Did they get nuggets?
I don't know.
I wish.
I don't
think
do.
David
I
could
don't
do
do.
it.
Listen,
Rush.
I don't do any drugs. What's my drug is being online and being
Yeah.
sociable and being. That's my drug. And I admit, I know I'm on.
Critiquing the commander-in-chief?
I know, yeah, all the time. I know I'm on it a lot. I know I post on people like, I have to unfollow you because you're so political and such an atheist.
well,
I'm
it's
like,
not
I don't
that,
really
is
care.
that you post a lot.
I do.
Yes.
Admittedly enough.
Yes.
I don't know if I could do a vacation without my phone.
He talks
Without
about Jerry
Wi-Fi.
tagging 80 people in a post, then he'll do the same thing.
I don't tag 80. I
Okay,
barely
he tagged
tag-
79.
Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
No, it'll have one person and 79 others. That's why it's not counting it.
I do it if it's really, really fucking funny. I don't do it all the time.
Right.
And I don't do it in capitals either.
Oh, yeah, that's
Are we critiquing Jerry not knowing what the lowercase letters are?
She has no
Yeah.
idea. There's lowercase
She's always
letters on her
yelling.
phone.
She's yelling at everybody.
Why are you yelling at me? Jesus Christ.
I literally have bits where Jerry's just yelling at me.
All right, so
Just remember who sponsors your show.
Yeah,
all
right?
right.
I mentioned it.
Don't
so I did good.
do not defecate where you dine.
Do not shit where you eat.
Well, I was saying it night, you know.
Some shit like that.
Yeah,
Are we gonna switch seats now?
yeah, we could. I'll move it. I can.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
need to
want to?
move, David. I'm
I say-
fine.
We're all on at the same time, so
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So are we
Yeah.
playing our theme song, or are we just going right into it?
No,
I thought
let's go
Gene,
right into
I thought
it.
Gene was playing it for a second.
Yeah, really.
I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
can
what
I'm
the
going to
fuck
hang
is
in
that?
for a little more, but we've got an early morning tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
working in schools, and we have our computerized state testing.
They let pedophiles
Oh, yeah.
work in schools?
Yeah, I work at a school. Yeah, and yeah, but thank you, Dave. Yes, and you.
Oh, yeah,
at
I
school
work
Will
at a
be
school.
Kirk's last day
You-
tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. I'll have a pink slip on my desk tomorrow morning, courtesy of Dave Weiskopf. Thank you.
Hey,
No.
don't say I never gave you anything.
Oh, Christ.
Oh well.
Oh,
Are you gonna
boy.
play the theme song, or are we just going right into your show?
I guess we can go.
I don't
right
know,
into
since we
it.
don't hear from the back.
We have
I
to
know,
make
really.
a
It's
thing
kind of
for
like yeah. Thank you, Abby.
We're
Thanks,
kind
Ab.
of on our own. I think we should switch
Hey, can you
seats.
do? Yeah, okay.
Let's switch seats.
I'll stay here, John. You can sit there.
I was going to say, are we just going right into it and switching seats?
you-
That's fine.
Yeah.
Let's switch.
You don't want to sit in here because this headphone don't work half the time.
Oh.
Keep
all right.
Kurt there.
A lot of
you
them
know?
are.
All right, we'll stay here. We'll
We're
stay here.
staying.
Then we're gonna switch shows.
What?
What's that?
Are we, we're closing down?
Switch shows.
Okay. I didn't know we were switching, but okay. All right, so,
Way to communicate, Gino.
Thanks, Gino.
Gino needs an intercom system.
yeah.
Oh,
Ruben,
is it Ruben?
you're fired.
Ruben, come on.
You're fired.
We need somebody to
Can you
monitor.
guys hear okay out there?
Oh, they can't hear you.
Oh, no? Oh.
Is there
how
another
are
thing
you?
going on in there?
We were calling for you to open up a mic.
Oh, we couldn't hear you.
What the hell are you doing in there?
We need our engineer. I know we have a
Yeah,
new
really, come
building,
on.
but
Oh my God.
this is why
They
we're
were just
paying-
letting this go as
Are we
long
off
as they
air now,
could.
or not?
No, you're still
Oh,
there.
jeez.
Is there another show in there?
No. They're just talking.
So what good are you?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Don't say
Zip
that
up
to
and put a
him.
mic on.
He might as well sit the fuck down at this point.
What's your theme song?
His theme song?
Oh, Gino has.
Chariots of Fire.
No, it's some happy song. It's on there. It's-
I don't
Some
even
happy
have it.
song.
Some
That's what
happy
it's called?
song.
Hold on.
Come on, get happy.
we have it. Are we switching?
Because I'm
Are we
happy.
switching? It's not Springtime
Oh,
or
for
Hitler.
God's sakes.
I
You would have something like that, too.
It actually went on for an hour.
Well, yeah, I know that. I'm aware.
So we're gonna. I want to switch seats. I want to be in the middle.
Well,
let me
sit,
close it
then
out.
switch with
All
John.
right,
Are you gonna
I'm
sit
gonna
over
stay
there?
here. I'm gonna stay here.
All right.
I'm
So,
comfortable here. John can sit.
Here,
with
I
me.
can move.
Alright.
I can move.
so as
No,
we're
no, stay right there. It's okay.
so as we're switching out, I might as well get to the outro really quick. Thank you, Jerry, for sponsoring the show. As always, we will be right back with Dave's show, and we will be back same time, same channel here with the round table next week. All right, everybody.
All right.
Deuces.
Bye.
I'm assuming so.
Keep the door open in case we have to communicate.
Yeah, really.
Hey, David, is there a plug over there?